Okay, it's time to jump into some ranked games with the Reaper and see what we can do today. So what we're going to try to achieve today is to build an army of crows. Crows around a Serpent Staff seems like it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to start out by grabbing ourselves a broom. Let's grab this tool. Let's actually grab a whetstone and definitely not craft up a shepherd's crook. And let's actually craft up a hero sword. Let's take the stone, and this is going to be round 1. So it shouldn't be too bad. We should be able to inflict a lot of poison with our storage coffin. But can we take on this mage? Potentially. We do got a lot of damage. We're going to be inflicting that poison. They do have a shield to eat up our stamina, and they're going to get some max life. But smashing. We did manage to beat him out. I'm going to grab the storage. We do get a bag of stones I'm going to take. We got to take the banana also. And I'm just contemplating on taking this shiny shell, but I'm going to roll once. And I'm going to waste another gold roll. And a health pot is amazing. And that bit of storage, because we're going to go for big potion explosion, Serpent Staff type build. And we're going to begin a ranger with a pretty crazy backpack. But I think we still should have the advantage. They've only got one singular weapon. We got double weapons with a stone. We should be still able to inflict a lot of poison. And awesome. Now we do have a choice to make. And since we got a health pot in the shop, we got to take heavy drinking. It's just our best outcome. And speaking of best outcome, how about we grab 2 potions? Now I want to craft up mana pots. So I'm going to roll once again. I will gladly take another stone. And you know what? I'm going to sell a bag of stones for right now. As crazy as that sounds, we can craft up a strong stone skin pot. And I do want to grab this armor as well. But let's keep moving for now. So every 3.5 seconds, 3.8 seconds, we're either going to get some armor or we're going to get a health pot. Now it does eat up all our HP to get the armor, which is kind of crazy because if our opponent does have one little blue gemstone, it's going to be big trouble. Now our opponent does have a lot of heals with false life, but we are inflicting our poison, so we have the potential to win out. And you know what? Awesome. Definitely awesome. Let's grab our armor, let's grab the storage. And yeah, I am going to move on. But our DPS is going to be a little bit lackluster. Still holding on to a broom with a hero sword. So we do need to upgrade that soon enough. So we do need to find ourselves a mana orb. But can we take on this Pyromancer? They do have a shepherd's crook. They have poison. But with our armor, we do resist a lot of those debuffs. It's not looking too bad. And with our health pot, we do cleanse that poison as well. So our opponent is going to have more poison on them. And awesome. We did get ourselves a blueberries, which is smashing. We can craft up that mana pot. Let's roll again. We're going to be taking this for now as well. Let's roll again. And we definitely want to grab this because we're going to be crafting up that Serpent Staff. But let's move on pretty darn fast once again. So we're going to craft up a mana pot. So when we trigger our stone skill pot, we're going to get mana so our Serpent Staff can smash down opponents. Also inflict a small bit more poison with our Peasant's Flask, which should be pretty good. And our heavy drinking now triggers every 3 seconds. Our opponent is setting up for something crazy, a pumpkin Excalibur type run with a broccoli goober. But we stacked up quite a bit of poison and smashing. Speaking of smashing, that is a hammer on cell, which I'm not going to be taking. Let's roll. Definitely going to have to grab another stone skill pot. Let's roll again. And I'm going to take another fanny bag. And with that, I am going to move on now. So we do have 4 potions technically, since stone skin pots is different than strong stone skin pots. So our heavy drinking is going to trigger every 2.3 seconds. But it is going to be a lot more random. It's either going to be poison, it's going to be mana, it's going to be armor. So that's the downside of rocking heavy drinking with a bunch of different potions. But it's a lot of poison, and not looking too bad. Smashing. Now we also get ourselves a heroic pot, which I'm not going to take. We could also grab a pair of gloves. Let's roll again. We could upgrade to a Hunger Blade, which I'm not going to. We definitely want to grab another set of blueberries. And we still want to roll. And we finally get our mana orb. And I think we're going to sell this to take it. Now we do want to also grab the stamina sack. But I'm going to venture on with this. I'm going to have our gloves trigger heavy drinking, so it does trigger a little bit faster. Let's make sure we craft up our magic staff. And we do have it triggered every 2.2 seconds. Not too much of an upgrade from the last round. But opponent's going to have a lot of damage with a burning sword, with a burning torch. They're going to have a good bit of max life. Their food items are going to be triggering faster, so we could be in trouble. Because after 10 heat, that chili pepper is going to start cleansing that poison. So unfortunately, our DPS is so low right now that we cannot keep up with this sort of setup. But once we get our magic staff, yeah, we should be in a much, much better situation. Now we do got two options. We can either go for Cursed Dagger, or we can go for the Cauldron. And I'm thinking about going for Cauldron, because we can upgrade the rest of our potions. Hell yeah. Let's grab the storage, let's roll again. We do get our first bird as well, by the way. I'm going to have to take that. I'm going to sell this, so we can grab this bit of storage. But we're going to be crafting up our Serpent Staff, we're going to be crafting up our Strong Mana Pot, and we are going to venture on with this. So our Serpent Staff, we also have our bird targeting our Cauldron along with our Magic Staff, so we should be able to trigger that faster and faster in activation. So it should be awesome. We do got quite a bit of poison, after dealing some big damage, and I don't think it's going to be too close. For sure, and our opponent is also doing something similar, but awesome for us. Also, did not mean to craft up Gloves of Power. Yeah, that's a big yikes. Definitely a big yikes. But we did get a Corrupted Crystal. I also kind of want to grab the Student's Lamp, but not yet. And I'm going to keep rolling for now. So yeah, that was a little bit of a misplay. Do you want to grab this Bloody Amulet? Do we craft up a Strong Pestilence Flask? I think I'm going to. But at least our Serpent Staff is going to deal some big damage with our Gloves of Power. Because it is going to attack a little bit slower, but it's going to get 20% more damage, which should be more poison stacked up, to be honest. And so far it's not looking too bad with 17, 25 poison. And actually, looking awesome. Hell yeah. Now we do got an option to make. Should we go shielded? Should we take full body protection? Shield is going to be really nice. So I think I'm going to take that. We take shielded. We craft up a vampiric armor. We grab this for now as well. We roll once. And we're going to get a crow online super early. I'm going to sell this health pot. We can grab the storage for now as well. But yeah, I'm going to venture on with this. So we're going to get a crow online, which should be awesome. I'm going to be crafting up a Strong Pestilence Flask, so we should be able to inflict a lot more poison, which should be awesome. Now this heavy drinking has honestly dropped down by quite a bit. But can we keep up with a Bloody Harvester, lots and lots of Vampirism, but they only have a Bloody Harvester. If they did have one Hunger Blade, they would be going nuts. That's a lot of poison right now. So it's not looking too bad. Now with Shielded, we definitely want to craft up a Moon Shield, especially with our Vampiric Armor, so we can keep getting consistent mana gains and smashing. We got a Vampiric Armor, we got a Strong Pestilence Flask. Let's craft up our Crow. Let's grab this Mana Orb, and let's roll again. And let's move on. That was pretty quick. We should be in a great spot right now. Once we get our Crow, we should be able to get more mana gains. And I'm hoping to craft up another Strong Mana Pot. We get another Strong Mana Pot, we should be able to potentially activate a Mana Orb. But opponent's dealing quite big damage to us, because they do have a lot of Spectral Daggers. Unfortunately, they did beat us down. But we did get a Crow. And we could take the Leaf Badge for some crits, which I'm going to have to take. But I'm going to take it out for now, as I roll. And we do get our shields. I'm going to sell our bananas so we can take that for now as well. But let's move on relatively quickly. So we should be in a fantastic spot once we get our moon shields. We should have crazy mana from the get-go. And we do need to find ourselves one more mana orb. But can we keep up with opponents? This hammer, dagger action, cursed dagger as well. Potentially. We got 56 poison. Our crow is stacking up our duplication chance. So it's not too bad. That's 100 poison already. And awesome. 380 block as well, by the way. So we end up with a 40 DPS at this point in the game, which is not bad. Poison being a vast majority of it. Then our Serpent Staff. Our opponent did have 15 DPS. As for heals, not a whole lot of heals. But as for block, 543 block. I do think we can make this a lot crazier since we're going to get some crits. And we got ourselves in our freaking Mana Orb. And I'm going to leave this in as I roll to find ourselves an Acorn Collar, but that is going to be another freaking bird, which I'm straight up just going to have to take. Now I'm going to roll once more. We do get our extra Corrupted Crystal, and I am going to venture on with this. So we do need to find ourselves that Serpent Staff as well. Serpent Staff, Dead Scythe. So we can increase our poison chances by quite a bit. Now we did get a big mana buff bomb. So I'm going to be looking for a big old lamp. We get a big old lamp. We can get a bunch more damage on our Serpent Staff and inflict a crazy absurd amount of poison. But it's not looking too bad. 115 poison and smashing. But for now, let's grab this. Let's also grab the storage. Let's roll again. Let's keep rolling. Now another mana orb. Honestly, at this point, I'm not going to take it. We do get a health pot, so we're going to get another mana pot. And I am going to venture on. I do want to craft up at least one more crow. We have higher chances to duplicate that poison we do inflict on our Serpent Staff. So it's not looking too bad. That's for sure. Our opponent does get invulnerability, and during that invulnerability, we don't inflict poison because it's based on how much damage we do. And they do resist a lot of poison with these green gemstones. We got insane block, which is kind of awesome. Because with our shielded, we do trigger our vampiric armor a little bit faster. And we do block a lot more damage with our moon shield. And we got a lot of luck right now. And smashing. 214 poison, by the way. Looking not too bad. And we do get our lamp as well. So we're definitely going to take that. And we're going to craft up that mana pot. We are going to roll. We do get our Death Scythe. And the whole build is starting to come online relatively awesomely. The only thing is, if we did have another stone skin pot, we would start off with more spikes, which would be pretty fantastic. But we almost be able to lamp our Serpent Staff relatively quickly. It is taking a bit of time. Once we get online, we should be able to deal more damage, which inflicts a lot more poison. And it's not looking too bad. 112 poison, 134 poison, still going up. And smashing. Definitely smashing. And we do get a crit. Let's grab our storage. Let's grab our Death Scythe, which means we can't grab this just yet. Now, I'd love to grab another crow, but the likelihood of actually crafting up is pretty darn low. I'm not going to take this bird, but I am going to take this acorn collar for now as well. But with our Death Scythe, we should be able to inflict a little bit more poison with our strong Peasant's Flask. We should be able to inflict a lot of poison with our Serpent Staff. As for our fanny pack situation, we just want to be increasing the speed on our Serpent Staff as much as possible. So what I did is move our Serpent Staff into all our fanny packs. So this should have 40% faster speed. And we should be in a better spot with this. Potentially. We'll see. We're going to grab our crits. We're going to be looking to craft up at least one more crow. And next one is going to be our final round to craft. But we should be in a pretty good spot with this because we do get a big mana buff bomb. Give us a chance to lamp relatively easily. So we can deal some big damage with our poison. And with our Death Scythe, we should be able to inflict a little bit more poison, but our opponent is cleansing a lot of that debuffs. So we could be in trouble still. We're not getting as much debuffs as I'd like to. And with Special Dagger, they're going to be attacking through a block. And unfortunately, it's not looking too great for us. Those shields eating up our stamina as well. Yeah, since we did get rid of a lot of our stamina as well. Let's grab you, let's roll. And that was easy. Great roll down. We just craft up our second bird. But we do need to grab some storage. And as bad as this sounds, I'm going to take out a cauldron for this round. I'm going to take out a cauldron for this round so we can craft up a bird. We'll grab this bit of storage in the next round so we can fit it back in. But I'm going to move on with this. So our crow is going to be in this position. Our bird's going to be in this position. And we'll see how we get on. Our opponent is going to have a lot of healing reduction. You're going to get invulnerability. But can we deal enough damage? Because we got a lot of poison super quick. We do get invulnerability, which stops our poison gains. But so far it's not looking too bad. 110 poison. And 132 poison. And smashing. Definitely smashing. Let's grab our storage. Let's put you back in. Let's grab this too. Damn to Darkness is not exactly what I'm looking for, but I'll still take it. I'd love to grab another bird as well, but it is what it is. I will gladly take a big old banana because our stamina has dropped quite significantly. And actually, we probably should have taken this pot so we can add this potion in as well. But I'm not going to take it. And I do want to grab this corrupted crystal. So I'm going to sell this because that's going to be so much more block. And I really do want to put our crows in this position for now. I'm also going to grab this tiny bit of luck because starting off with more luck is always awesome. More crits, as well as activating our Jin's Lamp a little bit easier. But the problem with activating our Jin's Lamp is we don't get a crit, so we're not dealing as much damage with crits. But we should be able to build up our luck relatively fast. But we do have our crows in this situation. Now I did switch our Vampiric Armor with our Moon Shield, which we don't get the block potion on our Moon Shield then, but the crows are going to increase the speed on our Vampiric Armor. which I'd prefer that for right now. But let's go and see if it's going to be good enough. Can we win out or are we going to fall short? Because we are going to be getting a cross blades staff fire. They're going to have tons and tons of damage. But we do get a big mana buff bomb. We're one buff off getting that lamp straight away, which we get right now. So our Serpent Staff is going to deal some big damage. And so far, 55 poison. It's not looking too bad. 144 poison within 6 seconds. And one big more smack. That's a sentence I just said. Honestly, we didn't get that one last smack to get a crap ton more poison, but 144 poison within 6 seconds, definitely not too bad. So we actually end up with a 92 DPS, which is pretty decent. As for heals, not a whole lot of heals. And that's our block. 100 block per second, 800 block gained within 8 seconds. Which is smashing. Each corrupted crystal just adds so much more defenses overall. Now I think Recipe for the Crows using those potions to craft up the birds is kind of awesome for a Serpent Staff type build, but other than that you kind of want to use your potions because we could craft up strong demonic flasks with a cauldron to deal some big damage instead of our crows. Especially with the crits, we could deal some big damage to be honest, but getting that massive poison number from our Serpent Staff, kind of awesome. But I'm going to leave you here for now. We destroyed 4 lives left. How much rank points did we get? Plus 22. Not too bad actually. But I'm going to leave you here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching. Now, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. And I hope skip will go for the next one. I'll see you next time. Okay, we're back in some round 88 fights, and we're going to see can we stack up more poison. We're going to be getting a huge life-stealing prismatic sword. So this could be a pretty long fight. We can stack up our poison, which should be awesome. And we do got 84 poison. 103 poison, or 136. Did you get invulnerability? Stopping our poison gains though. That's 264 poison, 333 poison. Holy moly, that's crazy poison. Now, can we deal with Turbo Shellies with a Flame Up, Burning Blade type situation? Because with Turbo Shellies, we're going to cleanse a lot of that poison that we do inflict. But we'll see. That's 82 poison, 130 poison within 7 seconds, 170 poison, and 262 poison by the end of it. It's not looking too bad. And can we finally deal with a Rainbow Goobert? Potentially. We can stack up our poison, they don't clear that poison. But that double axe is going to scale up relatively fast. Which could be kind of scary, but we do got 90 poison on him. Can we get even more? Potentially. Unfortunately though, with double shields, they are eating up our stamina. You got 200 poison. And you did that with stamina prop. 254 poison. Hell yeah. Not too bad.